So I'm just going to empty it into my cart here, and then we'll have a look at it. So now we've emptied it out, let's have a look. Now the first thing I'm noticing is all these bits of wood that are not very decomposed at all. So they're still going to be breaking down and taking a bit of nitrogen away. But you do find that with pretty much every cheap compost, that it is very woody when it's peat free. One good thing as I'm searching around here is that I'm not seeing any foreign objects. So no glass, no plastic. If you've ever watched my Super Grow compost, you will know that that stuff has a lot of foreign objects in it. This, completely clear, which to me says they've got a very good screening process down, or they're not using green waste at all. We can see what the compost looks like. It's quite woody, but it's not too bad. There's no real huge pieces. We'll do some testing. So we've moved into the shed now. We've got our sample of the Aldi Compost. I've got my gloves on, and we've got our soil testing kit. Now this is a Hannah Instruments soil test kit, so it is a professional grade one, but with the usual caveat that I am just a man in a shed. I'm not scientifically trained, so don't take these results as gospel. They're just what I found doing my own testing in my shed. You might find something different. So here's our nitrogen result. I'd say that's a medium. Look on there. It's definitely higher than low, but it's not as strong as high. So medium on the nitrogen seems to match pretty well. So that's not a bad result actually, especially for a compost with so much wood in it. So let's see what the others say. So this is our phosphorus result, and this was clear, slightly brown tinge to it, but clear before putting the test in. So you can see it's got a very dark blue, which, if I bring that into view, again, a high result. So another great result for this compost, high in phosphorus. So I've done our final test, which is this potassium test. Now this is what they call a, let me find the word, a turbidity test. So rather than looking at the colour, we've got this card and we need to try and look through it and see if we can see this symbol through it. The higher the amount, the harder it will be to see. So trace, can't see anything. Low, I can't see anything. Medium, I still can't see anything. And even on high, I can't see anything. I've tested this a few times, so I think this is a high potassium result. So plenty of potassium in this compost for whatever reason. That's a good result. So as our last test, we're going to be growing some cucumbers in this compost. We've got 2 rows here. This row is our regular Aldi compost. This row is the Aldi enriched with seaweed compost. And if you take a look, you might see something interesting. It doesn't come across quite as well on the camera as it does in real life. But all 3 of the enriched compost are looking quite yellowy green, whereas the regular compost ones are looking quite nice and green. Now, that would normally, to me at least, indicate a lack of nitrogen in this enriched compost, which doesn't make a whole heap of sense, but seems to be what we're getting so far. So soon these will be potted on into big pots, putting out to grow properly in the greenhouse, and I will track the results for you. So what can we say about this Aldi compost? Well, I'm actually pretty impressed with it. It seemed quite a nice mixture, a little bit woody, but they always are, these cheaper peat-free composts. And it had all the nutrients you could want in it. And as you can see here, it does say enriched with vital nutrients. So they put in some sort of fertiliser in there, which does then mean it's not suitable if you're trying to garden organically, which I do a lot. So maybe it's not the most suited compost for me, but if you're not bothered about that, it's definitely been enriched with something, as we saw from those NPK tests, and it will be a very good compost for growing in.